Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog. Happy Life Day 2024.
Why, thank you. We're going to tell you what Life Day is. We invite you here at the fire pit in our backyard for a story time as we tell you what Life Day is, what happened to me, and why it's important for how this whole channel started. So let's go. Welcome. What is the temperature? It feels a little chilly. It's not that chilly. It's California cold, but we're warming up in front of the fire, and this is it's a weird topic to broach, but this Thanksgiving is an important day. It is Life Day 2024. It's an important day to me and the people I care about, and we wanted to share about it with you guys. So what is Life Day? If you've ever wondered what happened to me, 25 years ago today in Cape Town, South Africa, where I'm from, I was working my first real job at a pizzeria just down the road from my house. This is in Cape Town, Camps Bay, the most idyllic, beautiful place, touristy, the height of summer, as winter as it is here. There it's the height of summer. And the restaurant that I was working at was pipe bombed. And my life changed. I almost died. I lost my leg right away, and my life was very different after that. So, where do I go from there?
I think let's make the connection and why this is called Life Day, why you call it Life Day, and how we got these, tie all that together. So go ahead. It's your Life Day.
And you share it with me and celebrate it with me because I do celebrate. And so that was years of recovery, and recovering from something like that never actually happens. It's you heal, your injuries heal, but these are lifelong injuries. So every year I celebrate being alive and still being here, and I call it my Life Day. And I've called it my Life Day for as long as I can remember, because it's a day to celebrate life. And you've celebrated with me every year since I've known you.
And it was learning Liv and then celebrating my first Life Day with her. I think we actually just went and took photos and things like that, and just sort of did a relatively low key. So it's sometimes it could be just taking photos, exploring.
We took the day off work and we went and played outside. I remember I had a little sweater that said, "Go play outside." And so every year is something different or feels a little bit different, but I always take the time to appreciate being around. And so I remember that Life Day, our first one, we went and played outside in the leaves and took theatrical photos with leaves and climbing trees and stuff. And that was everything I needed then.
In some years, it's bigger. We've had some bigger celebrations, and we wanted to share that with you guys because some people have sort of asked, what happened or whatever, but most people are afraid to ask. So we wanted to share that, but we also wanted to, Liv's. Her love for life. It really comes through, and it's just remarkable to me to see somebody that had something traumatic happen, and she celebrates life every year. Whoa, the flame is going crazy. On the anniversary, but it's also I think it comes through in our videos. People are like, she's always so chipper and happy, and it rubs off. It's contagious. Hopefully it's contagious in our videos, but it's just really true to her spirit. And she's encouraged me to seek out what's my Life Day, and explain to me that everybody has a Life Day, and it may be big, it may be small, but it's still significant. And for me, my Life Day, just as an example, was always when my dad had cancer, and he went through the first round of chemo, and then got his prognosis that he was cancer free. And I remember him, getting the message that he was cancer free. And I was didn't get the message because I was actually watching one of the Superman movies in the theater, and I was just like, my dad's my Superman. So that just like that feeling. Eventually, he got cancer again, lost his life to cancer, but that life-changing moment that we all have probably experienced to some degree or another, whether it's personal or not. And this year is big because it's the 25th anniversary. And I should let you talk because it's your life day. And by the way, the way we got these sweaters, I wanted to hit this first story.
Go for it.
In the Star Wars universe, the Wookiees, they have what they call as their life day. So these are actually Wookiee Life Day 2024 sweatshirts that we got at Disneyland. And it just helps because it's...
Well, how cool is it that they threw a party for me? In all honesty, like, I'd been doing Life Day for years, and it's funny because I just say the term Life Day, but it might sound weird. And I say the term Life Day, and then I saw there was another Life Day, Wookiee Life Day, and it's all about the back of our sweater says, I think, family, joy, community, or something like
Harmony.
that. Harmony. So I think that's really sweet and perfect. And so what better thing to add to the celebration? So one of our celebrations for this year, we actually this last weekend went and were able to do the Disneyland 5K. We woke up at 2 a.m.
On the Wookiee Life Day.
On the Wookiee Life Day. On the Wookiee Life Day. We woke up at 2 a.m, drove up there. We have a friend who is a cast member and was kind enough to invite us because it's for cast members only. And so we were able to do the Wookiee 5K, the Wookiee Life Day 5K. It had a different name, but I'm calling it that. So different years I do different size celebrations, and sometimes there are big years. I don't even remember what I did on the 10th anniversary of the bombing of my Life Day, but when the 20th came around, the 20th anniversary, 5 years ago, the date of it fell on Thanksgiving. And obviously because Thanksgiving's the third Thursday, is that it? Fourth Thursday?
She's still not fully American.
So it's not always on Thanksgiving, but the 20th anniversary was on Thanksgiving, and that felt really, really pertinent. And, you know, sometimes you just know that something feels important to you, and that year felt really important. And Patrick helped me celebrate, and we picked a bunch of things: travel, music, family, adventure, athletics, health. There might be more, but we made a really crazy adventure. And this was back when we had a travel adventure YouTube that no one watched. Maybe you've heard us mention that before. We had, you know, a couple of YouTubes that no one watched, and we just had a great time with it. And so 5 years ago, we did this adventure. We made a vlog. And on that adventure, we went to the LA Auto Show, like we just did, like a couple days ago. And we saw the Mach-E there. And we reserved the Mach-E. And so 5 years ago, my Life Day, that video was the first time that we saw the Mach-E, was when we reserved the Mach-E. And that trip was all part of this. And so without knowing it, you guys have been a part of this. And so what I want to play for you quickly is a part of the video that I did for Life Day 20, just a little part that intros it, that tells the start of the story. And it's really trippy to tell you, but this year, Life Day, 5 years later, is on Thanksgiving again. That video on that channel that no one else really watches is like the origin story of the Mach-E vlog, and it's my life day. It's a big part of my life day. So
And I love that it's connected. Like, to me, I love that we have been able to create this channel and connect with so many people out there. But it's extra special always remembering that the origins of our connection with the Mach-E and the sort of pre-launch of the Mach-E vlog was part of your Life Day celebration. So it's always just sort of like this great initial memory and a good reminder for me, at least personally, like when we are, out here doing all of this crazy fun stuff, why it started and where it started. And I know that we talked about this just when we were at the LA Auto Show. I was like, could you have believed 5 years ago at the LA Auto Show, seeing the Mach-E for the first time, that this is what we would be doing on Media Day?
One of the interesting things about being an amputee is I'm a right leg amputee, so I have to drive crossover. So every time I try out a car, I cross over and see if there's sufficient room to brake and not be obstructed, which could be dangerous. So SUVs tend to be more upright, which creates more of an opportunity.
We're here at the Los Angeles Auto Show with the all-electric Mustang Mach-E.
It combines the performance of a sports car with the roominess of a four-door SUV.
We're targeting 300 miles of driving range plus access to North America's largest charging network.
It's full of exciting new technology with a 15.5-inch touchscreen.
The all-new Mustang Mach-E!
And I'm going home with this today, right? Right? Thank you.
So I just love the connection, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do this video. Because Liv was sort of like, should we, shouldn't we? And I was like, I absolutely think we should, because people have asked. But also, I really, truly feel this connection between the Mach-E vlog and your Life Day.
Yeah, and I think, to be totally honest, I don't know if we would be doing this if it wasn't for the way that we've connected in that way, because Life Day, my 20th Life Day, was about adventure and having fun and just grabbing life. And we went to the LA Auto Show because we both like cars. We weren't trying to be YouTubers, we weren't, we were travel adventure YouTubers, but trust me, we did not expect anyone would watch it, and no one was, so we were like doing it for fun. It was all for fun and for enjoyment, and it's funny looking at that video, and I got in a car, I think it was a Jag or something, I can't remember, and I commented about what it was like to drive as an amputee, and the fact that that organically evolved to us being able to share with you guys and to do this stuff is so absolutely authentic and perfect to me, and I'm so grateful for all of it because we were doing it for the love of it, you know, for the love of experience. Like, we do all of this for the joy of it and the love of experience, and that's very much what I feel about Life Day, is to grab onto everything in life for the joy of it and the love of the experience of it. And it can be really easy to judge things, or now that we try hard to make good videos and to grow the channel, and we want to be good at this, and we're having a great time with it, but like, to never lose sight of how it started, which was a crazy Life Day adventure. We were super sleep deprived. And I'll just having fun.
It's hard to grasp from the video, and I'll just explain this really quickly. It's like we were following a band that we love, and we may have mentioned them before, Itch.io. Crazy Diver band. You got to Google them. We'll put a link to them down below. But we love them. We've seen them over 60 times, and we ended up seeing them. Wednesday night was Albuquerque. Thursday night, they were doing a private party in Arizona, so we didn't get to do that.
For Maynard of Tool. Crazy.
And then Friday night was in LA. Saturday night was in Berkeley. So we did Albuquerque, LA, Berkeley, and then we flew back into Denver, and one of our other favorite places, Meow Wolf, was doing a rave, as they called it.
Yeah.
And we did that as well. So it was like this sort of crazy, all of a sudden just like hopping, it felt like we were hopping from city to city, and just spectacular time. And the reason that we could do the LA Auto Show is like we had like basically the morning free. So we went over there, did that, then got ready for the show.
And we rescued a dog the night before.
Yeah, it was just like these circumstances always just seem, it was just a just crazy fun time. And yeah, three nights, four nights, 3 cities, then Meow Wolf.
She says most people don't go through life unscathed and likely have their own life-changing anniversary.
Some of us have that in the sense that we almost died, and some of us have something different, but it doesn't change the impact of it, and that it's something we can celebrate.
It was just a fantastic adventure. And then in the middle, you know, like, I don't know if at the time we sort of even thought about the importance of seeing the Mach-E for the first time. I was excited. I knew that the Mach-E was had been announced like 2 days prior at a private unveiling, and was like, oh my gosh, can we go see that? Like, that's like, we were going to go to the LA Auto Show. We'd already talked about it. And then I was like, can we make a beeline over to that? Which we didn't. Like, we had to do carpool karaoke.
Yeah.
and this goes back to Live Life Day, and as she calls it, finding the shiny. And it means, like, in my mindset, it's like, we're gonna go to Ford first thing and see the Mach-E. So we go in and we go to Ford and we skip everything else. We have blinders on. Liv is like, no. if we see something exciting on the way, we're going to stop. And this is like her attitude toward life in general, is like looking for the shiny. And if you see something shiny, you go and investigate and explore and have fun. So that's what we did, is like we stopped at a couple of things along the way. And it used to frustrate me because I'm like, we have a schedule, we must stick to the schedule. But now it's something that I very much appreciate and encourage other people to do, is like, sometimes it's great to deviate and find the shiny.
I appreciate that. So there have been different periods in my life when, I did a lot of soul searching. And there was a time in my life where I wasn't really feeling that in touch with myself. And that was when I learned my life motto, which is find the shiny. And I guess, what's the term? Ikigai? Like the thing that gives you a life purpose. So it is really important to me, find the shiny. And it's not necessarily that you have to search it out, but like sometimes the shiny is right here and we don't notice it. But everyone else has a different ikigai, however you pronounce it. And yours might not be find the shiny, and yours might not be find the shiny, but it's something to celebrate. And your life day is something to celebrate. So for me, the fact that I'm here and able to still be here and celebrate being alive is really important. And whatever you've been through, please feel free to share if you feel comfortable. Share your life day or what you do to commemorate it if you do. And obviously, these things can be hard to commemorate. So it's not always necessarily a good thing. It might be a healing thing, but I hope you try and celebrate what you can. And so this Thanksgiving, we're kicking off the day with a 5K because I can.
Oceanside turkey trot. So
turkey trot.
Probably while you're watching this, we're out there walking.
Yeah, walking. But even for a good few years while we had this channel, I don't know if you noticed, but there were times when I was on crutches or in a wheelchair when we did CES the first time. So I have not always had a good prosthesis or been physically able to do what I can do now. And there's no assurance that it'll stay, but that's what I celebrate is the now and being able to hold on to life as hard as I can and grab onto it right now.
And other people are helping with us celebrating this 25-year. It seems such a odd thing, again, sort of like celebrating 25 years of a bombing, but she's 25 years of a surviving.
Yeah.
And if you are interested, there are a couple of articles that a South African newspaper have published, one written by Liv, one written by the newspaper after they interviewed her. So there's links down below that will put that if you are interested in reading more about Life Day, celebrating. And we're always interested in hearing from all of you, like, do you have a life day? Aren't you glad Liv's still here? Because that's the way I look at it, is life day is just like, I'm so glad she's still here. I'm so glad we get to spend time with her and look forward to many more years of doing the things that we do. And as she mentioned, like, there's times when you guys may not notice it, but she's on a crutch or in a wheelchair, and it's like, I don't want, I hate, I don't know how to phrase this. It's inspirational, but I don't want to say it as like inspirational, because it's sort of like, I shouldn't be inspired by her just overcoming day-to-day things that she has to deal with. I don't know if this is coming across correctly.
I know what you mean. I also don't know if it does. Yeah.
I think it can be frustrating to people that deal with a disability or anything like that. That it's like, she's not here to inspire me, but she does, because it is something like at the end of a long day at CES when she was in a wheelchair, and like my legs and my feet are very tired from walking the whole day. And I know that she's going like, oh my God, I wish I could walk the whole day. So I think that's what, it's like a good reminder, but I don't want it to be like, I don't know. Anyways.
I know what you mean. We don't exist to inspire other people. And yet at the same time, I think we all put ourselves in other people's shoes or use the reflection of ourselves in other people's glasses, whatever you'd say, to put to light some of the things we struggle with. And I do the same thing. Is the light always on?
No, I'll have to turn that off. It's our security light.
So I do the same thing because there are people who are, I want to say worse off than me, but that's like, see, that doesn't even feel kind. There are people who are dealing with stuff that seems insurmountable to me or really difficult. And, you know, looking at what someone else is going through can make us feel like what we're going through is more manageable, right? And I feel like you don't want to say that. But at the same time, you still use the benefit of that. And I guess we all do that, right? We all do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a deep conversation.
Yeah, we could get into some deep conversations, but thank you guys for listening to story time, learning more. We don't. It's sort of like when Liv and I were first dating. Like I tried not to dive into like what happened, how do you deal with things, and it was because like I really felt like I wanted to know her as a person, not as an event that happened to her. And I think that's sort of the thing and why we sort of hesitate about sharing a little bit is like we don't want it to be about that. We want it to be about the cars and the road trips or whatever. But we did want to share a little bit. And I've gotten to know Liv. I think she's fantastic. And I'm so glad you're here.
Like you've gotten to know me over 10 years. 12,
Yes.
11, something.
She doesn't know. She doesn't remember.
Every day is new. It's a big deal to me, 25 years. And so I share it with you guys and we share it because I know it's a big deal to you now too. And so just to tell you a little bit, when this happened, when the bombing happened, there was this really incredible community support. I was in newspapers and all that. I was in a coma, so I didn't know this was going on. But like, people wrote cards, and I got letters from strangers, and just kindness from people who didn't even know me, and of course, kindness from the people who knew me. And that incident impacted all those people's lives. It impacted the lives of all my family. It deeply impacted my family forever. My mom, my sister, my dad. And that can't be minimized. And also the kindness of everyone for taking the time to share something positive, to support, to even just write a letter to me, to a stranger. The kindness that anyone has shared is not unnoticed. I still have the cards that everyone wrote to me when I was in the hospital. And part of this year's Life Day for me felt very much like looking back and thinking about everyone else. Because I am in my own bubble. I'm a survivor of this incident and I focus on surviving. But everyone else who experienced it, both as my family, as my friends, or even just as people who saw it happen, have been affected by it. And they've all gone through their own traumas in varying degrees. And the world that we live in now, there's a lot. It feels like there's a lot of trauma around. There's a lot of bad stuff. And not everyone has the luxury of what I had, in that not everyone is going through the worst day of their life and getting support from strangers, you know? So I almost feel like my Life Day this year feels very much like looking at the big picture of 25 years of survival and the impact on everyone, both of a bad experience and also the positivity. And so I don't know if this is the right forum to share this, whatever. This is part of something that I wrote or wanted to write in that newspaper article. is that your impact on the world is felt even if you don't know it, even if you don't see the results of it, and even if you're not sure. Just know that the goodness you spread around, and I don't just mean this in a woo-woo way, I mean it truly, the goodness that you spread around is felt. And the fact that I experienced, me, my friends, my family, everyone experienced something so awful, and that the response was so kind and wonderful, made a world of difference. So know that we're going through a lot, all of us, as a world, as a community, as people, and just know that the kindness that you send out into the world, it really makes a difference. I got off on a tangent there.
That's okay. If you're watching this, you know this is not any specific topic, and if you're this far into it, you are you're probably kind. No, I don't know. I don't know what else you want to cover and talk about and share, but it's your life day. You do what you wanna.
It's my life day, and I do what I wanna. I think it's time to go. So, right?
Yeah.
I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. If you are not in America, I hope you have an amazing Life Day. Join me in celebrating. Think about what your Life Day is. It's regardless of magnitude, everyone's experiences are their own, and it's not comparable. Think about those things that are important to you and embrace the people you love. So on that note,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us for this video in which we had a story time at the fire pit. Told you about Life Day, told you about the origin of the Mach-E vlog. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna go eat turkey.
We don't have turkey. Oh, I mean, we do right now.
We do right now.
Right
This
now.
is in the future. I'm
Ah,
thinking
that's
about
amazing.
it. And pie.
Oh, delicious. So, just remember that
Whatever your life day is,
whatever your Life Day,
celebrate it.
and enjoy the life.
Your life.
Your life. Bye.